Alright, hey everybody, it's Team Torchwood, and we are back at the wall of stuff. Yeah, whatever. And we are going to be reviewing Class, episode 4, called Co-Owner of a Lonely Heart. Now, I'm going to say this right off the bat, don't continue watching if you haven't watched it already, because it will contain some spoilers. So let's just get into it. So, my first reaction of this episode, I felt really let down because the first two episodes were actually good in a way. I liked the first two episodes. They really set the theme, like the dark theme for it, like, you know. And also I did kind of like the Shadow Kin, but I don't know, I don't really like him anymore now. But I don't know, the first two episodes were really good. Then the third episode, I mean, just was a step down, but it was easily, like, salvageable. But then this episode was just rubbish. Let's just actually break it down. So you start off, and we get this sort of real relationship going on with Ram, which I think is pretty stupid, because they've only been going out a week, and then they go and have sex, which is kind of a bit like weird that happens so soon and all that. Just unbelievable, honestly. I can't really believe that. So yeah, that's a bit, I don't know. But April's dad comes in, and this plot was pretty badly used. You know, where April's dad is the reason why April's mum is paralysed and all that, the car accident or something. And they built it up, and it turns out just to be this little thing that pushes April over the edge. And oh yeah, and April, okay, so here's what happens. April is because she in the first episode she accidentally she started sharing her heart with the Shadow King when he first attacked the school. And now she has access to some of his powers, and like she can use his swords, and she can, I don't know what else, but she does stuff like that. And when she gets angry, they awaken, as it were. And she got angry when her dad came back, and then, as you can imagine, she kind of went overboard and tried to kill him. And then after that, okay, so the cliffhanger was quite good, and I can tell this is meant to be a two-part story, which is good, because I thought Class was just going to have one episode, like, for, you know, like one standalone episode each, you know. But it's good that they have some two-parters, but you need to make both parts of the episode good. That's what they don't understand. This episode is just build up, because the cliffhanger is when April goes through a gate in time that she rips open with her Shadow King swords, and then she jumps through to find the Shadow King, and Ram follows her, and then it shuts, and that's the cliffhanger. Meanwhile, there's this other plot line which is really ridiculous, honestly. I mean, I guess this kind of is interesting because it's kind of like Germs, but it's like, as Germs multiply, there's this little plot line which is going to be continuing over the next episode, which is the bit with the petals like coming through, the carnivorous petals. It's a weird idea. I'm not the biggest fan of that sort of idea, but it sounds more interesting than April and Ram travelling through the Shadow King's home. It sounds more interesting than that, personally, but, you know, that's just me. And the petals like bite people, and when they eat something they multiply 1,000 times, and now there's loads of them everywhere. So that is really half of next episode. They should have had that plotline this episode, and then have it conclude this episode, but then have the cliffhanger, because otherwise you get two-part stories like this, where the first episode's absolute rubbish, and the next one is probably quite underwhelming too, if I'm being honest. So there isn't really much else going on, honestly. I mean, there's this bit where where Miss Quill is taken by this woman, and she says, if you help us defeat the Petals from world domination, then we will save you. We will get you. We'll set you free from Charlie's imprisonment of her, which is, I guess, kind of interesting actually, because that is like official class storyline, like evolving over the episodes, which is good, I guess. And it's kind of interesting where it goes with that, and see how Charlie reacts to this, and if she does get what she was promised. So yeah, yeah. At the moment, I'm starting to like, yeah, Miss Quill is probably still my favourite character for the comic relief side of things. But as for like the best written and best acted character, I might have to say either Charlie or Ram, probably. Actually, no, Charlie or Miss Quill, probably. I'm being honest. Probably, maybe Ram, but I don't know. So yeah, there honestly isn't much else to talk about, really. There isn't really much else. Yeah, that'll really conclude this discussion and review of Class. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.